Hi, my name is Nur Ibtisam binti Abdul Rahim, and I will talk about the introduction of this report. This report examines the financial statement of two prominent companies in the retail industry, 7-Eleven Malaysia Holding Berhad and Aeon Co. M. Berhad. Both companies operate in Malaysia's retail and lifestyle sectors and have established a strong foothold in the market over the years. The first company, 7-Eleven Malaysia Holding Berhad, is a leading convenience store chain in Malaysia. 7-Eleven offers a wide range of products from daily essentials to snack and beverages, catering to busy consumers who seek convenience and accessibility. Known for its round-the-clock operations, 7-Eleven has a vast network of stores across the country, meeting the needs of consumers with varying demands. The company has continued to adapt to changing consumers' behaviors, expanding its product offering, and integrating technology to enhance customer experience. 7-Eleven's ability to maintain strong customer loyalty and its focus on providing convenience makes it a key player in Malaysia's retail landscape. The second company, Aeon Co. M. Berhad, has become a household name in Malaysia's retail sectors. Aeon manages a wide network of department stores, supermarkets, and shopping malls, catering to a broad spectrum of consumer needs. Known for its customer-centric approach, Aeon emphasizes convenience and a family-friendly shopping experience. The company's ability to evolve with market trends, including its push into e-commerce and digital platform, has helped it maintain relevance in a competitive industry. Aeon's effort to create a one-stop retail solution make it a preferred choice among consumers, further strengthening its market presence. The analysis focuses on understanding the financial health of this company, including their revenue generation, asset management, and ability to meet liabilities. Key questions addressed in this report include how do 7-Eleven and Aeon perform in their respective segments, how do they appeal to investors, and what strategies do they employ to sustain growth. A review of their financial statements shed light on their profitability, operational efficiency, and resilience in navigating market challenges. The findings suggest that both companies have been successful in maintaining long-term value for their stakeholders. 7-Eleven's focus on convenience and Aeon's consumers' first approach to retail demonstrate their ability to remain competitive in the fast-changing retail landscape. Their financial strategies and operational practice underscores their commitment to sustaining growth and shareholder value. Next, I will talk about company background of 7-Eleven Sdn Bhd. 7-Eleven is one of the world's most recognizable convenience store chains, with a history dating back into founding in 1927 by J.C. Thompson. Originally established as the Southland Ice Company in Dallas, Texas, the business began by selling ice blocks for food preservation. It soon expanded to offer basic grocery items such as milk, bread, and eggs, catering to customers during the evening and weekends when traditional grocery stores were closed. In its early days, the stores were branded as Touch M stores, reflecting the way customers would touch their purchases home. However, in 1946, the name was changed to 7-Eleven to highlight the store's extended operating hours from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. A significant innovation at the time, these longer hours of operation sets the standard for convenience retailing, making 7-Eleven synonymous with accessibility. The company grew rapidly and began franchising in stores in 1961, fueling its expansions both domestically and internationally. A major turning point occurred in 1973 when 7-Eleven entered Japan through a franchise agreement with Ito Yokado, a Japanese supermarket chain. The partnership thrived, and by 1991, Ito Yokado acquired a 70% stake in Southland Corporation, renaming it 7-Eleven. By 2005, Ito Yokado had secured full ownership of the company, marking the start of 7-Eleven's transformation into a global retail powerhouse. Today, 7-Eleven operates over 84,000 stores across 90 countries, offering innovative products like the iconic Slurpee and a Big Gulp, as well as ready-to-eat meals and essential groceries. In Malaysia, 7-Eleven Malaysia Holding Berhad was incorporated on June 4, 1984, and has since become the country's largest 24-hour convenience store chain, with over 2,400 outlets serving more than 1 million customers daily. Known for its wide range of offerings, including proprietary items and services tailored to local preferences, 7-Eleven Malaysia is a leader in the nation retail sector. Its commitments to innovation, sustainability, and community engagement has further cemented its reputation as a trusted and customer-focused brand. In conclusion, 7-Eleven's enduring success is a result of its relentless focus on convenience, reliability, and customer-centric innovation. What started as a simple commitment to extended hours has transformed into a global retail powerhouse, constantly adapting to the evolving demands of modern consumers. The company's ability to provide 24/7 accessibility, a wide variety of products, and a consistent shopping experience across its vast network of stores has helped it build a loyal customer base. As the retail industry continued to evolve, 7-Eleven's embrace of new technologies, including digital solutions, mobile apps, and delivery services, ensures it remains at the cutting edge of the convenience store sector. By continuously enhancing its operation and services, 7-Eleven has solidified its role not only as a leader in convenience retail, but also as an essential part of consumers' everyday life. Its dedication to accessibility, efficiency, and customer satisfaction has allowed it to stay relevant and competitive in a crowded marketplace. Moving forward, 7-Eleven's ongoing commitment to meeting customer needs with convenience and innovation will undoubtedly ensure its position as a preferred choice for millions of shoppers globally, maintaining its legacy as a pioneer and trusted brand in the retail industry. Next, background company of Aeon Co. M. Berhad. Aeon Co. M. Berhad, commonly known as Aeon Malaysia, is a leading force in the Malaysian retail industry as a well-established name among local consumers. Since its inception in the early 1980s, Aeon has transformed into one of Malaysia's most recognizable retail giants. The company has maintained a strong presence across various retail sectors, providing a wide range of products and services to meet the diverse needs of its customers. Aeon's product offerings span across groceries, electronics, home furniture, fashion apparel, personal care products, and more, positioning it as a comprehensive one-stop retail destination. This broad product range emphasizes Aeon's commitment to offering convenience, variety, and value, making it a go-to shopping hub for individuals and families across Malaysia. This comprehensive range of products underscores Aeon's commitment to delivering convenience and value under one roof. In addition to its retail operation, Aeon has expanded its services to include credit and loyalty programs, financial services, and an online shopping platform. This initiative reflects the company's adaptability in ever-evolving retail landscape. By integrating traditional brick-and-mortar stores with digital solutions, Aeon has created a seamless shopping experience that caters to both conventional shoppers and tech-savvy consumers. Its loyalty program and financial service further enhance customer engagement, promoting brand loyalty and long-term relationship. With over 30 stores strategically located across Malaysia, Aeon ensures accessibility and convenience for its customers. Each store is designed to provide a friendly and welcoming shopping experience, supported by knowledgeable and approachable staff who are always ready to assist. This emphasis on customer satisfaction and service excellence is a key factor that differentiates Aeon from its competitors. Aeon Company Malaysia Berhad is more than just a retail company. It's a brand that prioritizes community and customer well-being. The company focuses on creating a positive shopping environment, combined with its ability to innovate and adapt, has allowed Aeon to maintain its leadership in the retail industry. Moreover, its proactive adoption of online shopping demonstrates a forward-thinking approach in responding to changing consumer trends and preferences. In conclusion, Aeon Malaysia has positioned itself as a leader in the retail industry, offering a diverse range of products and services that cater to the modern consumer. The company blend of physical retail with digital capabilities, coupled with its commitment to customer service and sustainability, ensure that Aeon will remain a trusted brand and a major player in the Malaysian retail landscape. Through its innovative approach and customers' first mindset, Aeon continues to be well placed for future growth, adaptability, and success in an increasingly competitive market.
Hi, my name is Aina Shafika binti Abu Salim. Today I will talk about financial ratio analysis. I will talk about 7-Eleven 2022. First is current ratio. Current ratio is current asset divided with current liability. So the amount is 1058248 divided with 1096934. It will get 0.696. Second is quote ratio. Quote ratio is current asset minus with inventory and divide with current liability. So the amount is 1058248 minus with 453058 and divide with 1096934, and it will get 0.55. Third is current ratio. Current ratio is cash divide with current liability. So 2890 289081 divided with 1096934. It will get 0.26. Okay, next is for profitability ratios. Profitability ratio divided with 3. It's profit margin, return on asset, and return on equity. Profit margin is net income divided with sales. So 84328 divided with 3764279. It will get 0.02. Next is return on asset, net income divided with total asset. So 84328 divided with 2677227. It will get 0.03. And lastly is return on equity, net income divided with total owner equity. So 84328 divided with 230241, and we will get 0.37. Okay, next is leverage ratio. Firstly is debt ratio. Debt ratio is total asset minus the total equity divided with total asset again. So 2677227 minus with 230241 and divide with 267227. It will get 0.91. Second is time interest earned. EBIT divide with interest expenses. So the amount is 140808 divide with 65705. It will get 2.14. Lastly is cash coverage ratio. It's EBIT plus with depreciation and divide with interest expenses. So the amount is 14080 plus with 489 is will get 65705, and it will get 2.15. Okay, lastly is asset management ratio. It has inventory turnover, day sales in inventory, receivable turnover, day sales in receivable, and total asset turnover. Inventory turnover is cash of goods sold minus with inventory. So 2710378 minus with 453054. It will get 5.98. Second is day sales inventory. So 365 days minus with inventory turnover. So 365 days minus with 5.98. It will get 61.03. Receivable. Next is receivable turnover. Sales are divided with account receivable. Sales is 3764279 and divide with 220356. It will get 17.08. Day sales in receivable is 375 days divide with receivable turnover. So 365 days divide with 17.08. It will get to 21.37. Lastly, total asset turnover. Sales divide with total asset. 3764279 divide with 2677227. It will get 1.41. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurfisha Fitris binti Muhammad Faisal Rezal. So today I'm going to explain to you about financial ratio analysis of 7-Eleven Malaysia Holding BHD in the year of 2023. So we have liquidity ratio. So liquidity ratio, we have current ratio, quick ratio, and cash ratio. So first, current ratio. How to find current ratio? We need to current asset divide by current liability. So in the year 2023, the current asset was 1305131. We divide with 1124773, so we get 1.16. And then move on to quick ratio. In quick ratio, we use formula current asset minus inventories, and then we minus that first. After that, we divide it with current liabilities. So 1305131 minus 356157. Then we divide it with 1124773. So we get 0.84. Then for the cash ratio, we use formula cash divide by current liabilities. So 798,096 divide with 1124773, we get 0.71. Then move on to profitability ratios. So in profitability ratios, we have profit margin, returns on asset, and return on equity. So first, let's see profit margin. So profit margin, net income divide with sales. So here negative 14460, net income divide with sales 2783552, we get negative 0.005. So here why negative is that they had a loss in amount here. And then we move on to return on asset. So we use the formula net income divide with total asset. Negative 14460 divide with 2531275, we get negative 0.0057. The return on equity, how to find it? We need to take net income and then we divide it with total owners equity. So negative 14460 divide with 357296, we get negative 0.04. And then we move on to leverage ratio. In leverage ratio, we have debt ratio, time interest earned, and cash coverage ratio. So first, we look at debt ratio. So in debt ratio, we need to find total asset minus total equity first, and then we take the amount, then we divide with total asset. So 2531275 minus 357296. Then we divide with 2531275, we get 0.86. Then for time interest earned, we need to take EBIT divided with interest expenses. So 21571 divided with 65837, we get 0.33. And then cash coverage ratio, we need to find the amount of EBIT and depreciation first, then we divide with interest expenses. So 21571, we need to plus with 117, then we divide with 65837. So we get 0.33. Then move on to asset management ratio. In asset management ratio, we have inventory turnover, days sales inventory, receivable turnover, days sales in receivable, and total asset turnover. So I'm going to tell you how to find inventory turnover first. So we need to take COGS or cash on so how to find inventory turnover? So we need to use COGS over inventory. COGS is cost of goods sales. And then 1917513 divided with 356157, we get 5.38. Then days sales in inventory, we need to use formula 365 over or divided with inventory turnover. So 365 divided with 5.38, we will get 767.84. And then move on to receivable turnover. Sales over account receivable. So 2783552 over 548834, we get 5.07. Then days sales in receivable, we need to take 365 divided with receivable turnover that we just count before. So 635 divided with 5.07, we will get 71.99. And then total asset turnover. Lastly, the last one, we need to use formula sales divided with total assets. So 2783552 divided with 2531275, we will get 1.10. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Hafiz Hakim bin Mazlan. I will explain about financial ratio analysis. We'll cover 4 things, which includes liquidity ratio, profitability ratio, leverage ratio, and asset management ratio. The group choose 2 years of income statement of 2022 and 2023, including financial statement position for 2022 and 2023. First thing, I will talk about the 3 elements in liquidity ratio, which includes current ratio, cash ratio, and quick ratio. First is current ratio, which the formula is current assets divided by current liabilities. For current assets for 2022 is 0.50, and for 2023 is 0.48. This one is cash ratio, which the formula is cash divided by current liabilities. For cash ratio, the number for 2022 which 0.12%, and for 2023 is 0.12%. Same. Next is quick ratio. The formula is current assets minus inventories and divided by current liabilities. The ratio is 0.18, and same for 2023, 0.18. I will talk about profitability ratio, which includes 3 elements, which is profit margin, return on assets, and return on equity. First is profit margin. The formula is net income divided by sales. And for 2022, the profit margin is 0.03. And for profit margin for 2023 is 0.03, which is same. On assets, the formula is net income divided by total assets. For return on assets, then return on assets for 2022 is 0.02, and for 2023 is 0.02. For return on equity, the formula is net income divided by total owner equity. This one is return of equity. For 2022, number is 0.06, and for 2023 is 0.06. Next financial ratio analysis that I will talking about is leverage ratio, which includes 3 elements: debt ratio, times interest earn ratio, and cash coverage ratio. The formula for debt ratio is total assets minus total equity divided by total assets. For the debt ratio for 2022, the number is we receive is 0.67, and for 2023 is 0.65. This one I will talk about is times earn ratio. For the formula is EBIT divided by interest expense, or we call it earning before interest income tax. 2022 times earn ratio, we received 1.84%, and for one year 84 months, and for 2023 is 1.71. Last one is cash coverage ratio. The formula is earning before income tax plus depreciation divided by interest expense. For 2022 is 5.51, and for 2023 is 5.49. Financial ratio analysis that I will talk about is asset management ratio. The first one is the first element of asset management ratio is inventory turnover, days sales in inventory, receivable in turnover, days sales in receivable, and total assets turnover. There are 5 elements of asset management ratio. The formula for inventory turnover is cost of goods sold divided by inventory, and we receive for 2022 is for about 0.40, and for 2023 is 4.00. Day sales in inventory. The formula for day sales in inventory 365 divided by inventory turnover. For the year 2022, we receive for about 912.5, and for 2023 the same answer, which is 9.12.5. One is receivable turnover. Sales divided by account receivable 56.79 for 2022, and for 2023 55.57. The 4 element of asset management ratio, which is days sales in receivable. The formula is 365 divided by receivable turnover. And for 2022 we receive 6.43, and for 2023 6.57. The total asset turnover, for the total asset turnover, the formula is sales divided by total assets, and we receive for 2022 is 0.76, and for 2023 is 0.75. That's all are the 4 elements of financial ratio analysis. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ahmad Anwar Shasul Anwar, and I'm going to explain about financial ratio analysis of 7-Eleven for the 2022 and 2023 for comparison. For the first, we are going to start about liquidity ratio of 7E. We have calculated in 3 parts of the liquidity ratio, that is of current ratio, quick ratio, and cash ratio of the liquidity ratio. For the formula of current ratio, we use the current assets divided for current liabilities to get the current ratio. For quick ratio formula, it must be the total of current assets minus inventories divided of current liabilities. For the cash ratio formula, it must be cash divided of current liabilities. Then, we have the answer. For the current ratio of 2022 of 7E is 0.96, a little bit lower than 2023, that is 1.16. For the quick ratio is 0.55 in 2022, a little bit lower than 0.84 in 2023. For the cash ratio is 0.26, a little bit lower than 2023, that is 0.71 for cash ratio. Next, I'm going to explain about the profitability ratios of 7E of 2022 and 2023. We have also divided into 3 parts, that is profit margin, return on assets, and return on equity. For formula of profit margin, it must be net income divided by sales. For return on assets, it must be net income divided by total assets. For the return on equity, it must be net income divided of total owner equity. So we get the answer. For the profit margin on 2022, it is 0.06, much higher compared to 2023, that is negative 0.0052. For return on assets, is 0.03, and for 2023, it's negative 0.0057, and for the return on equity is 0.37 in 2022, and negative 0.04 in 2023. Next, we go to the leverage ratio of 7E that are included of 3 parts, that is debt ratio times interest earned and cash coverage ratio. For the formula of debt ratio, it must be the total amount of total assets minus total equity must be divided on total assets. For the formula of times interest earned, it must be EBIT divided on interest expense. And for the cash coverage ratio, it must be the total amount of EBIT plus depreciation divided on interest expense. Then we get the answer. For the debt ratio of 7E in 2022, much higher, that is 0.91 compared to 2023, 0.86. For the times interest earned, is 2.14 in 2022, much higher compared in 2023, only 0.33. For the cash coverage ratio, it's amount 21,688. It's 2.15, much higher compared to 2023, that is 0.33 only. Next, we go to asset management ratio. For the asset management ratio, for the 7E, we have divided into 5 parts. That is inventory turnover, days sales in inventory, receivable turnover, days sales in receivable, and total assets turnover. For the inventory turnover formula, we have calculated of COGS divided in inventory. For the days sales in inventory, it must be 365 divided inventory turnover. For the receivable turnover, it must be sales divided for account receivable. For the days sales in receivable, it must be 365 divided receivable turnover. For the total asset turnover, it must be sales divided total assets. Then we get the answer. The inventory turnover in 2022 is much higher, that is 5.98 compared to 2023, only 5.38. For the sales in inventory days, it's 61.03 for 2022, a little bit lower than 2023, that is 67.84. For receivable turnover, it's 70.08 for 2022 and 5.07 for 2023. For the day sales in receivable, it's 21.37 for 2022, much lower compared to 2023, it is 71.99. For the total asset turnover, it is 1.41 for 2022 and only 1.10 for 2023. Now, we are going to compare both companies. After we have calculated all the ratio analysis of 7-Eleven and Aeon Co., we can compare of which companies have a better or worse ratio analysis. First, for the current ratio of both companies, it has been stated that the 7-Eleven have demonstrated a better liquidity management and a relatively stronger position to meet short-term liabilities than Aeon Company. For the quick ratio, 7-Eleven have a better liquid management compared to Aeon that remain constrained. Now, for the cash ratio of both companies, it has been stated that 7-Eleven have substantially improved its cash reserves, while Aeon have its cash position remains tight. For the profitability comparison, it has been stated that Aeon outperforms 7-Eleven with stable profitability, while 7-Eleven struggles with declining margins. For the return on assets ROA of both companies, Aeon ROA stability are contrast with 7-Eleven declining asset utilization. For the return on equity ROE of both companies, Aeon delivers consistent shareholder returns, whereas 7-Eleven have a negative ROE that reflects its significant profitability challenges. For the leverage comparison of both companies are highly leveraged, but Aeon has a better debt profile. For the time interest earned TIE of both companies, Aeon is in a relatively better position to handle interest expenses compared to 7-Eleven. For the cash coverage ratio, well again, Aeon demonstrates a stronger interest payment capabilities through cash reserves. For the operational efficiency comparison, first, inventory turnover. 7-Eleven outperforms Aeon in inventory turnover, though both face challenges. For the day sales in inventory DSI of both companies, 7-Eleven have a relatively better. Compared to both companies, 7-Eleven exhibit inefficiencies in managing inventories. For the receivable turnover, Aeon outperforms 7-Eleven receivable collection efficiency. For the total asset turnover, 7-Eleven again utilizes assets more efficiently compared to Aeon, although both companies show declining trends. For the conclusion, Aeon have a stable profitability, efficient receivable management, better debt management, but its weaknesses have a tight liquidity and slow-moving inventory. For 7-Eleven, it have a strong liquidity and relatively a better inventory turnover, but it have its weaknesses of a declining profitability and poor receivable collection. For the overall performance that we have seen by the calculation of both companies, it has been stated for Aeon that have its greater stability, profitability, and operational efficiency, making the company more sustainable. Conversely, 7-Eleven faces several critical profitability and challenges despite improving liquidity. But both companies must address their own problems and to ensure a long-term financial health for both companies in the worldwide market.
Next, I will talk about recommendation. Between 7-Eleven Malaysia Holdings, Berhad and Aeon Co. and Berhad, 7-Eleven shows more urgent need for sale improvement to address its declining financial performance in 2023. while Aeon faces its own challenges, such as low liquidity and heavy reliance on debt. Its profitability remains stable, and its operational efficiency in management inventory and receivable shows consistency. Conversely, 7-Eleven recorded a net loss in 2023, with its profits margin dropping from 2% in 2022 to negative 0.52% in 2023, highlighting issues with cost control and reduces sales efficiency. Additionally, the decline in 7-Eleven's return on asset (ROA) and return to equity (ROE) to negative levels reflects its inability to generate returns from its investment, further underscoring the need for better revenue generation. Operationally, 7-Eleven is also underperforming. Its inventory turnover and receivable turnover both declined in 2023, suggesting slower stock movement and delays in collecting payment, which negatively impact cash flow and liquidity. While its liquidity ratios improved slightly, they remain below ideal benchmarks, indicating financial strain. The sharp decline in its time interest earned (TIE) ratio to 0.33 suggests that the company's earnings are insufficient to cover interest payment, signaling heightened financial risk. In contrast, Aeon's challenges, while significant, are less critical. Aeon maintains consistent profitability with a stable profit margin of 3% and steady return on asset (ROA) at 2% and equity (ROE) at 6%. Its inventory management is also relatively efficient with stable inventory turnover and consistent sales cycle. However, Aeon's liquidity ratio are very low, with a current ratio of 0.48 and a cash ratio of only 0.12 in 2023, showing that it relies heavily on inventory sales to meet its short-term liabilities. While Aeon's leverage remains high, its likely reduction in the debt ratio from 0.67 in 2022 to 0.65 in 2023 indicated marginal improvement. Overall, while both companies need to improve, 7-Eleven face more urgent issues that are directly linked to its sales performance. It must focus on boosting revenue, optimizing inventory, and collecting receivable more efficiency to stabilize its financial health and reverse its net losses. Aeon, on the other hand, should aim to strengthen its liquidity and further reduce its reliance on debt, but its relatively stable profitability gives it more room to address this issue gradually. For 7-Eleven, immediate action to increase sales and improve operational efficiency is critical to restoring profitability and ensuring long-term sustainability. Lastly, conclusion. In conclusion, the financial analysis of 7-Eleven Major Holding Berhad and Aeon Co. M. Berhad for 2022 and 2023 reveals that both companies face challenges, but 7-Eleven's situation is more critical and requires urgent action. 7-Eleven's financial performance has significantly declined, with net losses, lower profitability, and efficiencies in managing inventory and receivables. This issue indicates problems with revenue generation, cost management, and operational efficiency. To recover, 7-Eleven must focus on improving sales through better product offering, strategic marketing, and customer loyalty program. It also needs to streamline operation, adopt technology, and manage inventory more effectively, and control costs to improve profitability. Additional, strengthening liquidity by collecting receivables faster and reduce reliance on debt is essential to regain financial stability. Without these changes, 7-Eleven risks further financial losses and may struggle to stay competitive. Aeon's core, while facing less urgent problems, still has area to improve. Its profitability remains stable, but its liquidity ratios are very low, and it relies heavily on debt financing. To strengthen its financial health, Aeon should focus on managing its cash flow more efficiently, reducing debt, and maintaining its operational stability. Investing in technologies like better inventory system and self-forecasting tool can help Aeon optimize its stock management and improve customer satisfaction. Unlike 7-Eleven, Aeon has the advantage of consistent profitability, which gives it more time to address its weakness without immediate financial risk. Overall, while Aeon needs gradual improvement to maintain its position, 7-Eleven must act quickly to fix its sales and operational efficiencies. Increasing revenue, managing costs, and improving cash flow are critical for 7-Eleven to recover from its financial challenges. Both companies need to adapt to changing market trends, focus on customer needs, and use technology to improve their operation. However, the urgency for 7-Eleven is much higher, as its financial stability depends on immediate and effective action. If 7-Eleven can successfully address its weakness, it has the potential to regain its market position and build stronger financial resilience. On the other hand, Aeon's focus on steady progress will allow it to remain competitive while avoiding unnecessary financial risk. That's all from me. Thank you.